This man, Steven Sumner, wanted for... I'm going to just let that word go right there. I don't want to say that word because I'm not trying to get any, bad counts on me here. But this dude is clearly wanted for this act right here. And the terrible thing about this situation is that this man is actually a former councilman also, but he's also known to be a former pastor. And this is interesting. So let's get into this and let's see exactly what they're talking about here. It says Indianapolis. There's a video up here, but I'm not sure it's going to play for us. Oh, it may. Let's see if we can get it to play. Nah, it was working weird. Okay. It says Indianapolis. Oh, we might get one.
Continue looking for a former Madison County councilman accused of 18 counts of child molestation. Steven Sumner, a former preacher of a local church, resigned from his seat on the Madison County Council in May of 2021 after charges were filed against him in December of 2020. Sumner is accused of performing sex acts on a girl, among other things. If you have any tips on where he could be, you're asked to contact police.
Wow. Okay, so what's interesting about that, this says, this comes as the U.S. Marshals and Indiana State Police continue to search for 56-year-old Steven Sumner. So this guy's on the run. Former preachers, we just heard about that. This dude's on the run. They got wanted posters out for him. Let's see what else they say here. Subject, he's a flight risk. He's suicidal. Wow. They're not saying the name of the local church that he was a part of, but it had to be in Indiana. Should be considered armed and dangerous. Wow. Look out for this dude out. You all people out there in Indiana, we sending prayers out, but this is interesting. Sumner has access to a support network, which could provide him money, transportation, fake identification, and ways to support him. You know what's interesting about this? You know what kind of makes me a little edgy on these things is because there's other things that have come out, whether it's been like the Robert Morris allegations, the other pastors that have come out this last year when they were talking about some of the stuff they were dealing with. And it kind of seemed like there's always this cover up that happens. And you think that things are coming out, but it's it never really fully comes out. And it's because usually there is these group of people that are really able to help these guys out to keep things under the rug where they want them to be. And that's sad, man, because it's almost like, I guess you could say in this natural world, this justice is never really given. But that's when we got to just hold tight on to the Lord who sees everything, beholding the good and the bad, and he is going to seek out that vengeance as he sees fit. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, Steven Sumner, he may be on the run, but he ain't going to be running for too long. Let's see what else, because it's just sad. And for people, and to think that people are supporting him in this situation, that's what makes it even disgusting for those who are helping him out with things like transportation, money, fake identifications, and ways to support himself. That's the part that sucks, because it's how can they even condone such a thing? Why are they condoning this? Shouldn't they have seen such a thing and seen what he did and seen what he's wanted for and think actually, this is wrong. That tells me that those people that are helping him are also involved in these kinds of things. So there are other victims. They just ain't been caught yet. That's terrible, man. What else do they say here? Fugitive female associate Sharon Bailey. It's got nothing there. Account supermarket related issue. Okay, nothing there. So they got a $25,000 reward. Let's see, according to previous reports, Sumner is accused of performing those acts on a girl and inappropriately touching her. Images and photos of that were also reportedly found on his phone. Sumner was previously thought to be in Gatlinburg, Tennessee area. Let's see. So he could be in the Gatlinburg area. Maybe that's the last place they've seen him. The U.S. Marshal Service states that Sumner is considered a flight risk. We've already seen that. He has access to a support network. Yep, we've already seen that. They got a number there. I'll have it right here on the screen. If you ever seen Sumner, his whereabouts, or you know about him. But we're praying for those people who go through that stuff, man. It's very unfortunate. The innocence, these people are innocent and they're dealing with the sickness of these people. You know what I mean? To do such a thing, and for them to even have such a large support group to even be there to help somebody like this guy is really, really, really terrible. Shout out to brother Jason Rembert, who actually sent me this story. He did a great covering on it over on his channel. I encourage you to check that out as well. Also sending prayers out to brother Jason Rembert and he and his family and the Rembert family and all of the Moment of Truth podcast family, the community that he has built over there as they are going through a trying time. But God is prevailing and the Spirit of God has really definitely had its hands on that entire situation. So we're thankful for that. But if you do know brother Jason Rembert, we definitely want to send out a prayer to the Rembert family. And if you don't know Jason Rembert, I encourage you to check out Moments of Truth podcast here on the YouTube platform. But yeah, man, this is sad. And the saddest part about it is not only just what this thing is and what this whole situation is, what Stephen Sumner did. The saddest part about it is that what we found out in this thing is not only is we don't know his whereabouts and he's a flight risk and he's a danger to society. There's other people that are also that same danger to society, and they're out here helping my dude out. This is bigger than what it looks like, man. So at the end of the day, when it comes to stuff like this, we can't even find Sumner, let alone the people that are helping him out to keep being Sumner and the Sumner that he is. That's made him wanted with a reward for 25 grand out for anyone who could catch him. You know, it's just sad, you know, that's the reality. But on top of that, what we can do is just pray. At the end of the day, there's power in prayer, man. And I've learned that myself, you know, as this year has just become more of a prayer than I ever have. So there's definitely power in prayer in situations like this, man. It's that harm that we can't see. We don't know what's happening, but we can always pray, man. So praying for the victims that may have come across Sumner's disgusting rage, wrath, what have you. And for all those other victims that might be dealing with things like this, and praying for the protection of anybody who may be watching this video, that things like this do not come your way at all. That's all I got for you guys on this one. I'm out.